Welcome to your weekend focus. April 22nd, 23rd, 2023. Wow. Just the numerology alone is intense. Just the numerology alone is intense. We do have a helping hand when it comes to dealing with Mercury retrograde this weekend, so that's a good thing. And let's start at the beginning. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. We have a 22 energy, and that is a master number. In fact, it is the most powerful master number. It's the most powerful number in numerology. Forget master number. Okay, we have high intuition. Our thoughts are extremely visionary. So we can see when we look towards our future, when we look towards our best life ever, we can see how things can go together. We can see how the path could be walked. Under a 22 energy, it can be very intense, the things that are being thrown at you, but the rewards are so great, unbelievably great, okay? What you imagined or much better is usually the case. Things can happen on a dime, blink of an eye. Success can come in so quickly, you don't even know what happened to you. It's like a whirlwind kind of energy. Now, if we look at the numerology of the day, we would do 4 plus 22 plus 7, which equals a 33 energy. Now, the 33 energy is also a master number, and it is the most intense out of all of them, only because not the strongest, but the most intense. Because this really puts you through some challenging aspects in order for you to have the knowledge, have the wisdom, have the sight to be of service to others. Okay, your intuition and your dreams are extremely vivid, quite intense. So this weekend, I would suggest putting a piece of paper and a pencil on your nightstand, and when you wake up, you want to start writing immediately of what you remember from your dreams, because we all know how quickly a dream can vanish from our thoughts, from our minds. If we look at Sunday, we have the 23 energy. Now, the 23 energy is about moving into safe ports. Knowing, having a trust in the universe that we will be guided to the right spot at the right time. That things will happen in our life in its own divine timing, and we need not worry. We just need to go with the flow. We need to not fight whatever energy is coming at us. If we do the numerology for the day, it's a 4 plus a 5 plus a 7, which gives us that 16 energy. And the 16 energy is about awakenings. It's about being done with things that need to be left in the past. It's about, being done with things that need to be left in the past. And stepping into a whole new world, blowing right through that glass ceiling that has been holding you back, holding you down, not letting you go forward in the way you want. 1 plus 6 is a 7. Being true to yourself, absolutely. Relationships, growing them deeper, growing them stronger. And what happens when we try and grow relationships deeper and stronger? First of all, we have conversations which may not go so well this weekend because Mercury is stationary, retrograde. It'll start moving, I'm sure, by the end of the weekend, but it hangs up there for a little bit. It stays there. So whenever it aspects another sign, has a transit with another planet, it's elongated, where Mercury is usually a very quick kind of energy. It comes in and goes out just as quick. 1 or 2 days turns into 4 or 5 days. So we have, especially if it's a good energy, we have a chance to utilize it. But even if it's a challenging energy, right, we know how to utilize it properly. But what happens is with the 7 energy, and we're building our relationships and we're trying to make them stronger, we compromise. And compromises are good. Absolutely. If they're done properly. And this is so often the time when we give a part of our power away, or the things that really made us happy, joyful, content, the things we feel we need or want in life. We barter them away And that isn't how it should be. It should be a win-win situation for both parties. So make sure that you are compromising with a strength and you're not giving a part of your own power away. You are being true to yourself. Sun is in Taurus for the weekend, and the moon will be in Taurus. Once we wake up, most of us, we might, depending on when you wake up, Saturday morning, and that was always when I worked. It was a no alarm clock day. No, it wasn't. I had to work Saturday. Sunday was, though. I looked forward to no alarm clock days. But very early in the morning, the moon will move into Gemini and will be in Gemini for the weekend. So we will be curious. We'll want to learn different things. We'll be bebopping around. We'll want to communicate with people. We'll want to talk to people. That might not go as well as planned because, once again, Mercury retrograde. But Mercury retrograde makes its first aspect in the sun, in the sky, and it talks to Mars in a very beautiful way. And so this transit is going to make Mercury retrograde a little less of a challenge because it sharpens our minds. It gives us a decisiveness that we normally don't have in the Mercury retrograde. It gives us a positive attitude, a self-confidence. And this is a time, if you want to impress somebody or convince them of something you're passionate about, this might be a good time to do that. If you've already got a foundation, you can't just come out of the blue and say it. That probably won't work. But if you brought it up a couple of times prior to Mercury retrograde, then you can continue that conversation. Absolutely. And relationships will definitely benefit. So, give your partner a massage, or, it's all about our five senses when we have the sun in Taurus. So give them a massage, do a chocolate fondue with all kinds of fruits or something. Like, you want to bring alive the sensations within your five senses. Put on some beautiful music, have, the lights dimmed and candle light or flowers all over the place or something. You just make it soft and beautiful and awaken all the senses that we have. And it would be a beautiful time. It would be a beautiful time. I got goosebumps on that. Now, before I go to the cards, website, this is the final weekend for the sales. So if you haven't already been there, all the glitches have been gone. I ran it for an extra week, and we still had glitches in this week, so maybe I'll run it for one more week. I'll think about it. But I might. It depends on, if you want me to, I will. So let me know, okay? If some of you just can't do it right now, but you'd like to next week, then I'll extend it one more week for you. Absolutely. But if there's not a cry for it, I'm not going to do it. But also, a glance at May 2023 is up, and I put it up actually like maybe a week ago or something, but it's been so intense for the energy, and I don't want to sit here and just talk to you. I just want to give you the message and let you be on your way. I don't want to waste your time with a whole bunch of stuff, but it's another intense month. So if you want to look at a little bit of what May is going to bring, I mean, it's, less than 10 days away. We enter the month of May with Pluto now going retrograde, okay, and it's starting to make its trail back to Capricorn. There's a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and that'll set the tone for how we walk forward for the next 6 months. Absolutely. Venus, Mars, and Jupiter are all moving signs. Mercury will come out of retrograde. The sun will move into Gemini, and of course, we'll have a new moon in Taurus. I think that's all of the highlights, okay? But there's a lot more happening in the smaller aspects and the smaller transits up there that I didn't get into, and that's why I call it a glance, because we don't look at everything. We look at the main players and what the energy is and is bringing to us. So that's out there for you too. So let's go to the cards. And so I want to thank everybody for actually taking part in the sale. I I appreciate your support. Absolutely. 110%. I appreciate your support, your love. So much. Okay. We have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands for our underlying energy, and this is about celebrating the little moments. This could be a partnership forming, this could be a marriage proposal, this could be new people coming into your life and you embrace them open arms. But this is really about when you are with a partner, when you are with a loved one, and you do something and you build something, or maybe you're just getting along for the first time in weeks. Celebrate these little things. Okay, it's all about the celebration of the steps that you have taken and getting excited about the depth of the partnership, the love of the partnership, the support of the partnership. I mean, here we've thrown 4 wands into the ground. We put up a little bit of garland. It looks nothing like the castle we're envisioning in our mind, but we got somewhere, right? We got the 4 points made. We got a little bit of garland to spice it up a little bit. We did something. We moved forward. It was a small step, but a step worth celebrating. So look for those little things that you can celebrate in your life. It doesn't have to be a birthday or an anniversary or a special occasion of any kind. It can just be because you're together. It could just be because you've done something together. It could just be because you love each other, support each other. But celebrate those little things. Absolutely. We have for our first card the Star. Okay, making the impossible possible. Well, obviously, with the 22 and 33 master numbers showing up in Saturday, we can absolutely invite in the star energy with a confidence, knowing that there's a path there for you that is designed for you. And you could tell me, oh, but Tilly, there's already like hundreds of people doing that. It doesn't matter because it's not the way you would do it. And that makes all the difference in the world. So don't sell yourself short. Don't compare yourself to the big market out there if you're trying to, make jewelry for the first time, or you're going to open up a landscaping business, or you're going to start doing recipes online, or whatever it might be. Okay, you're going to have a certain flair that is different from everybody else. And if it's a passion in your heart, especially with the 22 and the 33 energy, you are going to be over the moon successful in many ways because you've thought about these things. This is where we get clarity. This is where we get understanding. It might be through our dreams that we get that understanding, that clarity of the steps we need to take, the way we need to move. Or maybe that mountain that needs to be moved, we figure out how. Okay, you want to move a mountain, start with the little rocks on the bottom and continue. 3 of Swords. 3 of Swords shows up right in the middle. Well, it is about relationships, and we are going to have communication problems. So really think through what you are going to say. If you're going to bring up a subject, if you're going to bring up any kind of, especially if it's troubles within the relationship, or where you're not happy or satisfied in the relationship, or where you think they're taking advantage of you in the relationship, you really need to pull it back a little bit, think about your words, and what is the intention of the end result. Okay, because you don't want to just blare at them and then go, well, I don't know why they're so upset. I just told them the truth. There's 1,001 ways you can always deliver a message. And so do it with kindness, do it with respect, do it with the support that you are asking for, do it with the love that you are asking for. Okay, practice it in the mirror. But this is a lot about healing, and we can heal then this weekend. I don't get it as something happening in our lives where it brings us great sorrow. Mainly, it's definitely not our first card. Our first card is amazing. So this is more of allowing the healing to happen. And maybe you need to seek out a professional. Maybe it's talking to a best friend or a confidant. Maybe it's just sitting in quiet contemplation, praying, meditating on it. And then we have the King of Swords. I'm liking the King of Swords more and more all the time. I mean, he is, he holds that sword, okay, and his hand is in the pose that he can flip it right up and use that sword whenever he wants. So he's ready to use it if need be. Now, he's also staring directly forward. So he's looking at the end game. He's looking at the horizon. He's looking at where he wants to go. And there is nothing that will stop him. So this is us. This is our passion. This is our commitment level. This is our motivation. We get strong in our belief that we want to go forward. That we want to go forward in a certain way. And we're ready to use that sword if people are, trying to block us. We're ready to use that sword to cut out old behaviors and habits. We're ready to use that sword. If there's a bunch of bushes in front of you, you're going to use that sword to hack a new path towards. If you have to create that path yourself, you're willing to do it on a weekend like this weekend. Okay? We have that solar eclipse energy pushing us, moving us towards those new things. Even though a lot of the energy is saying lay back and relax, we have that vision. We have that intuition. We have that visionary thought. So pay attention to what your mind is telling you, what your mind is creating, what your heart is creating. Pay attention to what comes at you, what thoughts come at you. Maybe you need to do research. Maybe you need to learn something. But it will come with a clarity, with an understanding, with a sense of knowledge behind it. We will get a Nature's Whispers card. And we do have Mars helping us out. So it's exact on Sunday, but we're obviously going to be feeling it on the Saturday. We might even have felt it a little bit on the Friday. And probably till like Monday or Tuesday. Mars is going to be there to help us form our words, to be decisive. We'll have that sharp mind to see our dreams. We'll have that sharp mind to come up with the right words. We will have that positive attitude and self-confidence that we can talk to somebody and get our message across. Okay, we have today with us Keep Your Dreams Alive, the 27 or the 25, which is a 7. So that 7 energy from Sunday, here it is again. Keep your dreams alive. I think there's a lot to look at here. I think we've had this one before, very recently too. This is another one of those decks that keep bringing the message out to us until we hear it. So I'm going to hold it up, okay, and look at the pictures within the pictures, see what calls out to you. Start to identify plans and actions that will lead you to achieve your dreams and goals. Your dreams can become your reality. This is a time when you need to be able to apply detailed planning in order to manifest your dreams and realize your goals. You need to remain focused on the practical side of things. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Taurus will help us do that. If it is easy to be distracted by more ideas and concepts, the moon in Gemini will do that. Keep focused on what is realistic and achievable. Your common sense and pragmatic approach will lead you to the solution that actually works. Did you hear that? Your common sense and pragmatic approach will lead you to the solution that actually works and making the impossible possible. Begin taking steps that will bring you closer to your dreams. I love how these cards resound what I've said up to that point. And they just kind of give you like a little summary. It's amazing. Okay, today our animal card is the bison, abundance. The bison shows up for abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So we had this one as well very recently. Wouldn't it be something if it was the same day? So cloak me with your wisdom. So ask for the wisdom and you will gain the wisdom. Absolutely. Keep me warm through the storms of life. So protect me. Fill my life with goodness. That's a beautiful mantra to say. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. We should always be grateful, and we should always be prayerful, or maybe in a state of meditation, or perhaps just contemplating. But to reach out to God, our angels, our guides, the universe, that divine energy that surrounds us. We do get glimpses of our way forward, of how to step forward, of what is needed to step forward. So pay close attention to all of that this weekend, because you're going to get little nuggets that are really going to help you move forward on your path. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.